I wasn't planning on doing a video on Pete Davidson because frankly I don't like the motherfucker just based on past incidents that he's been involved with, and I said if I had to do a video about him it would be most likely a wake-up call video. Now this isn't going to be one of those videos, but one of my subscribers actually sent me this article and I said, you know what, let me go ahead and speak on it because if this can lead to his wake-up call, then so be it. So as y'all know, Pete Davidson recently, he's on SNL and he made these comments involving R. Kelly. And this was an extreme reach. Like if anybody was reaching hard and high, it was definitely Pete Davidson with these comments that he made with comparing R. Kelly to those priests in the Catholic Church. Because they are under a huge microscope right now, and it's like the best time ever for them to actually be under that microscope because they've been getting away for this shit for years, as far as them molesting little boys and things like that for eons. I can't even say decades. It has to be like centuries probably. Like it's a pastime practically for them. Well, anyway, he made that comparison, and the Brooklyn diocese, the Catholic Church there in that region, got wind of what Pete Davidson said, and they said they demand an apology from Pete Davidson for making that comparison. I'm going to go ahead and read this article coming from the Daily Beast. It says the Diocese of Brooklyn demanded Saturday Night Live to publicly apologize after a joke on the show compared the Catholic Church's own sex scandals to the allegation against singer R. Kelly, who was accused of sexually abusing minors. Before I continue, this guy is a monster and he should go to jail forever, comedian, so-called comedian, because I don't find shit about him funny except for the way his goddamn face looks, said of Kelly. According to the New York Post, but if you support the Catholic Church, isn't that like the same thing as being an R. Kelly fan? I don't really see the difference except for one's music is significantly better. In a statement Monday, the diocese called the joke disgraceful and offensive. The faithful of our church are disgusted by the harassment by those in the news and entertainment, and this sketch offends millions. The mockery of this difficult time in the church's history serves no purpose, the statement read. The clergy sex abuse crisis is shameful, and no one should ever get a laugh at the expense of the victims who have suffered in repair. The church has been rocked by child sexual abuse scandals, and multiple states have launched investigations into their own diocese. Kelly has been charged with 10 counts of aggravated criminal sexual abuse involving 4 victims. 9 times out of 10, Pete Davidson is going to, let's put it this way, the diocese, they're going to get their apology from Pete Davidson faster than we would ever get an apology out of him towards us for anything he says towards us, because they can literally hold his ass by the balls. They can literally find a way to get him off of SNL, and which I wouldn't even be upset about, and then that's when I'll, strike up the orchestra. Now I can see why Harvey says in his videos why he hates Pete Davidson. And it takes a lot for a person to say that they hate somebody, because hate is such a strong, powerful word. It takes a lot to hate somebody. But I can see why Pete Davidson would be a person that many people have disdain towards. I actually left a comment on Harvey's video saying how I bet when Pete Davidson was a child, he probably got his ass beat because he was such an asshole. Usually how a lot of people probably are now is a reflection of how many of them when they were younger. Some people grow into it, some grow out of it, and some of them were born and continue to be that way and will die that way. I think Pete Davidson falls into the 3rd tier. Now, I'm not going to sit on here and make fun of his dad, because his dad died in 9/11. I'm not going to sit here and say anything about his dad. Now, of course, it'll sit right in the back of my mind. Should he do any more crazy shit, then I might have to have a little quote unquote slip of the tongue and put that out there in a more vicious way. But yeah, that was a very high and long reach for him to compare what's going on with R. Kelly with that of what's going on with the Catholic Church. That's been going on way before R. Kelly was even born, before any of us was born, even you, Pete Davidson. So that's a huge, huge reach, because you're talking about thousands of priests compared to one man. He's basically trying to say that R. Kelly is literally all of these Catholic priests rolled into one entity. As if R. Kelly is the only person out there who has these allegations, charges, whatever you want to call it, against him. Meanwhile, you have others who look like Pete Davidson, even though Pete Davidson, as Harvey would say, is a bit suspect. And when he says that, he means he looks like he's mixed with a little bit of something. And you can kind of tell that he probably is because of the facial features. But I don't think there's any black there. I think it's some Italian. That's what I keep hearing. He's not going to go after them. He wouldn't have made that comparison to a Harvey Weinstein. He wouldn't have made that comparison to a Stephen Collins or a Roman Polanski or a Charlie Sheen or a Woody Allen. But he said R. Kelly. Because R. Kelly's the talk of the town right now. He's trendy. So, of course, that's who he was going to go to first. Lord knows if he had said something about Michael Jackson, it would have been a wrap. They probably would have kicked him off of SNL after that. But, yeah, he's probably, like I said, he's probably going to apologize a lot faster to them than he would ever to us. And that, too, is not surprising. But y'all let me know what you think about this down in the comments, and I'll talk to you in the next one.